The story of the Gran Turismo movie is based on the real-life story of Jann Mardenborough. Jann was so good at Gran Turismo the game on his PlayStation that he eventually became a professional GT race driver. In 2011, he beat 90,000 other entrants to become the youngest winner of the GT Academy competition. After racing the famous Le Mans hundreds if not thousands of times in the game, Jann eventually got to race it in real life. Hollywood superstars like Orlando Bloom and David Harbour will now help to tell his story on the big screen.
How does it feel that, obviously you came from pretty humble beginnings, seemed like a fairly reserved character. How does it feel that Hollywood stars are playing your story?
It's when I take a step back, it's weird, it's surreal, because we've all watched Lord of the Rings.
Mm-hmm.
We all know Legolas, so to have somebody like Orlando, and then David and Archie in my movie, it's very surreal. Taking a step back, it's weird. Now it's because there's so much going on. You kind of integrate yourself. But taking a step back, it's like, wow, this is a very strange situation right now.
Yeah, for sure. Then when you were growing up, before you became a real life racer, how was it with people telling you that gaming is a waste of time?
Well, think of it, 12 years ago, esports was quite small anyway, but in terms of racing genres, didn't really exist. You had your racing leagues, but you didn't earn any money off this. There wasn't really streaming or live streaming. Twitch wasn't really a thing. And I just played the game because I liked playing the game, and I wanted to drive these cars on the game because I didn't think I'd be able to drive them in real life because of, well, I don't have £30 million to drive a McLaren F1, but I can drive it on the game. So it's very, the industry's grown massively, and it's still growing industry right now. Tomorrow it'll be even bigger. I mean, I don't say it to people, I don't really say it to my family or anything because it's, I would have done the same thing. It's not like I said to them, look, I told you so. They don't expect that from me either. But being a parent back then, it was, yeah, of course, like, where is this going to lead?
Yeah, I had the same thing. There's like a narrative in some places in media that gaming is bad and gaming makes people violent and stuff. What are your thoughts on that?
Of course, there's outliers in everything, there's extremes in everything, and if you're a publication that has a certain angle, you cherry pick certain things, and that's going to be the same in everything. But it's funny when people are throwing shade, it's usually because they feel threatened. So if they're throwing shade, you're probably on the right track of, we're onto something here, and they're afraid.
Obviously, gaming and the simulation has helped your racing skills. But how else do you think gaming can help people?
Well, if you're dedicated, you have to be dedicated. Right now, gaming, it's a really good opportunity for anybody that wants to make it in the industry. So whether that be live streaming, whether that be just involved in games itself, you have so many avenues now you can go down, but you have to be dedicated to your craft. It's got, okay, do I really want to do this, and how can I help monetize this? Because it's a really good situation for you to be in now. I'm not saying my view isn't just play games and just hope for the best. It's not that. Like, you have to make something of your life as well. But now it's the best time, no better time in history for you to be in the game industry to support a family. Because you can, because there's a lot of eyeballs on the industry right now.
The movie finishes with you racing Le Mans, and it shows that you raced that hundreds, if not thousands of times before on Gran Turismo. How do you reckon that helped you with visualizing the race? Because obviously you possibly knew it better than some of the others.
Possibly. There's a saying, you do 10,000 hours of anything, you become an expert in it. Most racing drivers have done their 10,000 hours in a go-kart. My 10,000 hours is on GT, racing multiple tracks in a controlled environment. In order for you to be fast on Gran Turismo or any racing game, you have to be consistent because the variables are the same. They're constrained. So to be the best, you have to be consistent, and that mindset allows you to get into the zone. You can pick up things, different lines on the game. I've turned up to racetracks I've never been to before, and within 5 laps of a car that I've barely driven as well, I'm kind of there. You can't do that if you don't in say 20 years ago, you'd have to spend a day, half a day, maybe 2 days testing, which costs thousands, in order for you to kind of get to grips with the circuit. Whereas for me, I know where I'm going. I know the racing line is normal. It's the more intricate stuff that it's feeling at home straight away.
Yeah.
Which is why all racing drivers right now use simulators, all of them.
You paved the way. Do you still play now at all?
Sorry?
Do you still play now?
Only a little bit.
Yeah.
Just time.
Yeah.
Only got hours, man.
Yeah. You play any other games or just?
Battlefield,
Nice.
Warzone, that kind of thing.
Yeah. Nice. Me too. All right. Thank you very much for your
Nice
time. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
Have a good day.
You too.